Welcome to the Quiksilver Pro France. We are in the quarterfinal number 1 with Coffin versus Adriano de Souza. Piper Girl along with Peter Mel for the call. We just wrapped up the semifinals of the Roxy Pro France to see Courtney Conlog come up against Macy Callahan, and that is going to be a great final and a tremendous opportunity for both ladies. Live action here. And a beautiful arc off the top to open up for Coffin. Back to the lip one more time, throwing buckets of spray. White watery section does not stop Coffin from finishing the wave. And a great start to quarterfinal number 1.
Wow, to be able to pull that down, that last section when it was converging like that. He just got squirted out the bottom. Nice work from Connor. That's the way to get started heat. Nice, solid score against Adriano de Souza. That's exactly what Adriano would have loved. Her swings right there. I mean, you look at this ocean, went down on the sands for that semifinal, and just got to read as I was watching. It is hard to really set up where those waves are going to be. So you just got to roam that lineup, use those arms, scan that horizon, make good decisions. And this is a great decision for Coffin. This is a great start.
Great start. We'll wait for that number.
Little foam on the face for the second one, but he is so good at whipping through and sinking that rail that his technique, it doesn't even seem like he's even affected by the foam. You know, I mentioned watching his heats, how he has such great control of the front leg and the pressure in which he drives through his moves. One of the best on tour at utilizing the entire surfboard.
Yeah, it's for sure a relationship because all these boards are handcrafted. And that's the unique thing about our sport is that we use equipment that are really one-off, handcrafted. Coffin now on a right, winds up off the bottom. Big slash off the top there. And another follow-up for Coffin. Getting a speedy start to quarterfinal number 1. He opened up with a 7.33 and he went to work backing that 7.33 up, Peter.
Bring the medevac. That wave needs a flight. That was crazy. That thing was annihilated. I mean, see how much speed he carries here. I mean, he was way deep. This is where he get dropped off the top of the ski, up top of the bank. And so he had to run the shallow part of that bank to get to the open face. And would love to see him pull off the final move there. And he would have gotten an amazing start with 2 solid waves right off the bat.
Love the aerial view, Pete.
Again, see how he had to carry his speed through that first section to make sure he gets to the open face. And that's where he just annihilates that poor wave. Just look at all this speed. He's carrying a lot of speed as he goes into this. And watch the rail sink all the way down to the top 12 inches of the nose of the surfboard. That's what I mean when he uses the entire surfboard from nose to tail. That whole rail is sunk. And it's dangerous. It's risky to do that with all that speed because your natural instinct is to have that rail dig in and slow you down, but he has the finesse just to get it all the way down the rail.
Our first look at the 2015 world champ, Adriano de Souza, opens up with a snap of his own and has to hit the eject button, getting a little late on that floater. De Souza 18th currently on the Jeep leaderboard, the 31-year-old out of Guarujá, Brazil. These two surfers, Pete, have matched up 3 times in the past. 2 times Adriano de Souza has taken the victory, 1 time for Coffin. However, the latest in the clash, Coffin has been the victor.
And you think about the events in which Connor has performed very well, Bell's being one of them, J-Bay another. As we watch that first layback there, and I think his idea for that second maneuver was to kind of unweight and project out because he saw the section was going to speed up really fast and kind of made that decision at the last second. And an unfortunate decision because he goes down. Performance on the face and having that head on a swivel and actually trying to get a lot of reps. Catch a lot of waves, but it's going to be tiring.
Yeah, you can see the frustration already with ADS, Adriano de Souza. He's going to make his way in.
I mean, that left was just a prime example, just 3 arcs. And found himself the 7.33 right off the hooter.
De Souza stinging off the top there. Broad bottom turn to a second hook on the backhand. Continues that forward motion down the line on the left. Closes out with a nice third hook. Looking good. Now he's building some momentum, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right. You know, use that frustration on the top of the lip of that wave. Would have loved to have been a little bit bigger wave, you know, but again, I think he was just trying to make sure that he could still rip the heck out of it, which he has done. I mean, 2-turn combo there. The wave tapers off pretty quickly. But that vicious turn, the judges will take note of that. I mean, look at the approach. Straight up, and that's the pocket. That's the critical section. That's where you need to do those types of turns. And look, he's straight to the bottom, right back up again, knowing that that wave is going to taper off quickly. That was going to give him that last opportunity of a solid section, and just straight into it.
For his matchup, that's going to be next. Ryan Callahan versus Jordy Smith. Souza taking a high line here, building up a ton of speed. Lip crashes on his neck, doesn't bother him, and throws him off a bit on that little lip glide attempt. Has to throw it away.
Well, again, you saw he got dropped off at that north peak and just does the drift.
Coffin zooms off the bottom and snaps off the top. One more time for Coffin, a little bit more release on that second turn. Projection. And can he hang on? That was a vicious dump right there, and unfortunately just got really caught up in that pretty mongrelly looking section.
And in that moment, he attacked the lip, but what happens in the opportunities like that, he goes over the falls. I mean, he went over Niagara. Not quite Niagara, but definitely Wailua Falls.
A smaller waterfall, there you go.
Goes down. I mean, I like the, again, where he's attacking the lip, he's changing his approach. You know, he knows this is quarterfinals. That turn there, we've seen Garner tons of points. And then, again, different angle. That one more of a snapping turn. And then straight up into the lip, attacking the lip. And that, again, is what he needs to be doing. But he rides out of that. We see excellent numbers.
Love the slow motion views of Connor Coffin, a study in leverage, technique, and body mechanics all coming into one with that beautiful power surfing. Doesn't take that first one. It's going to have to be this one, Peter.
Sure is. And see if it has the potential. I mean, you never know, because he can go above the lip as well.
3, 2, 1.
He's up. And at least he went for it.
Kind of had to.
Yep.
You know, that wasn't you know, it looked like it was just one section. And Connor Coffin into his next semifinal. Good work for Connor.
Hey, you want to stick around because the next heat is going to be a hot one.